the person that speaks up first is always seen as crazy. They are always painted as a problem for not accepting the BS that's normalized. I wrote another song this week. Looking back, I probably wrote a song for literally every single emotion or obstacle I felt. I feel like right now, there's a lot going on. And there's always something going on, but just lately, I don't know if it's something in the air, if it's just me, but it just feels like too much. So I'm gonna show you a song that I wrote about it. And then I wanna discuss how to thrive in the midst of chaos. I kinda did a video about this a while ago, but we're gonna dig a little bit deeper in this video. This song was inspired by a TikTok audio that I kept hearing. It came to me, I wouldn't say inspired by, but the song idea came to me after, like right after hearing this TikTok audio.
Maturing is realizing you don't want to be around drama, stress, or conflict anymore. You start choosing calm over chaos and distance over disrespect. You start prioritizing your peace, mental health, and happiness over everything.
And I can't find a separate instrumental to link it to these lyrics that I've created to go with the background. So if anyone knows what audio this is without the talking, the instrumental, the beat, let me know in the comments. If not, I guess I could recreate it on the piano or in the studio, and maybe I'll like share how it all comes together once I find the instrumental or create it. But this is the lyrics that I came up with. I feel the world's on fire. So now, I hate how my voice sounds during this part. I wish it was smoother. It's giving not what I want it to give right now. So I literally was so hesitant to post this because I don't feel ready to sing it. I really don't want to put this on the internet, but I think the lyrics are powerful. And once I polish up my voice, once I get it with the instrumental, you can't tell me nothing. This is a rough draft. So if anyone's judging me, go judge I feel the world's on fire. So now I'm screaming fire. They call me crazy, a cold ally. But we are burning, we're on fire. They say don't panic, this is how life is. They called me manic, a girl gone tragic. Wrap me in bandage, forget how I feel, shrug off the damage, who cares if it kills? And I go again and I'm just like, listen, the world's on fire. And I just keep going. There's more to the song, but I want to find the instrumental first, so I'll show it again once I have the instrumental together. But yeah, this is what's been on my mind lately. I feel like the world is just, so let's get into the lyrics. So in regards of what I mean by the world being on fire, you ask?
You're useless, I'll just be honest.
I don't understand the way you talk about the way guys think of women is like horrible. Like, are we just like people for you guys to use, like a little accessory, and then you're done?
Okay. Your presence alone, no one gives a f about your presence. They want to get laid. So if you take women by themselves with no men, the men are gonna come in, they're gonna invade, and they're gonna either kill you off, or turn you into slave, turn you into slave, turn you into slave. I need y'all to stop being scared to talk to bitches.
How many of you here have experienced what you consider to be sexual harassment?
Is the dating pool as pissy as people make it seem to be? I think the dating pool is absolutely as pissy as people make it seem to be. I think most people just aren't self-aware enough to realize they contributing to the piss in the pool. Oh.
He didn't lie.
Randy.
Yes.
What would you say makes a pissy dater?
Well, first and foremost, I think the dating pool has so much piss in it because it's so many people that's staying in it to pee instead of getting out to go heal.
Come on, Randy.
God.
Drop Randy. No, listen.
Ooh, testimony time.
Really, for real. So I think that the dating pool is so because you guys are staying in situations or you're staying in or even making yourself available to people when you know that spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you're not available. So you are said piss. So why is the pool so pissy? Because too many of y'all not being real with yourselves about how you need to heal after your last heartbreak.
In this society, you have people who believe that an alpha male is a male who can dog and control women. That's a weak bitch. That male is a bitch, because if you put him, he got so much smoke for women, but put him up against a male that's been in prison, that's actually running the prison, and he's controlling. Let's see how alpha he is in front of that dude, right? Alpha men are alpha men based on how they handle other men, not how they handle women, right? That's a bully who thinks I'm an alpha man because I can control my woman. No, you are alpha man because other men respect you and they bow and they do what you say do. If you ain't got that kind of power over another man, you ain't who you think you are.
It is a known thing. Nice guys finish last. Women hate nice guys. Women hate nice guys, blah, blah, blah. Here's the reality. Women do not hate nice men. That's just not true. But what we do dislike is men who lack masculinity. Now, a lot of nice guys tend to be men who also lack other masculine traits that women find attractive. And what they do is they blame their nice nature as to why they have no success with women, when really it has nothing to do with their niceness, but everything to do with their lack of masculinity. And it's quicker and easier to blame it on your nice nature. But really, if you take a man who is super, super nice, but he's still masculine, he's still risk-taking, he's still a leader, he still has boundaries. When you take a man who still has masculine traits and is nice, he ends up having hyper success with women. But when you take a man who's nice by default because he can't exercise his masculinity, he can't say no, he can't set boundaries, he can't exert his dominance, of course women are not going to find that attractive. And it's just quicker and easier for a guy to say women hate nice guys. But if you replace that with women hate femininity, women hate people pleasers, then you're onto something. And the reality is women, and I think it's men as well, I think nice women finish last as well. Nice girls get treated terribly compared to difficult women. If you look at their overall investment that they receive from a man, they get treated terribly in comparison, because there's something about people pleasers that turns us off.
On July 14th, SAG-AFTRA, the union representing roughly 160,000 actors, announced it was going on strike, joining the Writers Guild of America, which has been on strike since May. Now, more actors are taking to social media to talk about how they're compensated, especially with regards to residual payments.
Oh my God, I'm about to be so rich. What? I remember a lot of comments back when I posted that were like, guys, they got paid up front. First of all, whether or not we got paid up front, my tits live on in perpetuity. I deserve to get paid for as many fucking streams as that shit gets. Second of all, we did not get paid very well. People were bartenders still. People had their second job still.
Do those look like elite numbers? I'm a working class actor, sir, as are the majority of actors that are in the fucking union.
There's no sharing in the success of a show with Netflix. When the show is a huge success and they generate millions of dollars of profits for Netflix, we don't share in any of that, in large part because there's no transparency with their numbers.
There's a screenshot of my residuals that I get paid for a show I did called Switched at Birth. So the studio is still showing my show, my work, my likeness. And this is what I get paid for it. 3 cents, 4 cents, 74 cents. They're still making money, but I cannot make a living and pay my rent and pay my insurance off of these residuals.
Traditionally, TV actors on popular network shows would receive substantial residual payments for reruns of their work. But that model has disappeared with the introduction of streaming, and SAG-AFTRA has struggled to negotiate a fair deal with major studios under the AMPTP, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Unlike with cable reruns, residual payments for streaming services aren't calculated based on viewership numbers, which streamers often keep private, but on the number of subscribers that streaming service has. Writers and actors say this allows streamers to avoid compensating them fairly, even when their work is a massive success.
No one's saying, like, why aren't we rich? Why aren't we wealthy? We're just wondering why we can't make rent, why we're not eligible for insurance.
We just want to make sure that we have a fair deal. If a show's a success, we should participate in that.
The food industry doesn't want you to know this.
Different foods have different effects on your hormones, but the food industry wants you to focus on calories. For example, here's 100 calories of carbs compared to 100 calories of protein. Look at the difference on your blood sugar levels. And look at the difference on the insulin levels. The carbohydrates raise your insulin levels a lot higher than protein. And the reason is because those insulin levels control your glucose levels. The blood sugar levels go back to normal, but the insulin levels remain high. Does that mean all carbs are bad for us? All carbs turn to sugar in your body, but that's why nature adds fiber to control that sugar.
The food industry's been removing it for years.
The food industry hires food scientists to do one thing:
to make food addictive and delicious. And if they can keep us eating more food while keeping us hungry, shareholders get rich. So how do they do that?
They process the fiber out of the grains. They process the fiber out of the rice. Make our fruits bigger and juicier. And they sell us addictive, delicious, sugary snacks that skyrocket our blood sugar and insulin.
So you're telling me that women are expected to work on their periods when, thank God I'm at home though. I just had, I think it's low blood pressure that you say in English, but I had to like lay down and put my legs up. And I was seeing black spots, stars, because of my pain. When that was happening, I had such a sharp pain in my uterus that I had to crawl to the bathroom and throw up. Now I'm back on my couch, still in excruciating pain, and I just got a headache. I literally cannot focus. I can't do anything, and I still feel sick. Like even water cannot come down because I know it's gonna come back up. Like this morning I was fine. I did my makeup. I was ready to go out at 6 when I finished work. I am not stepping a foot outside. And the fact that I'm expected to work right now, 7 hours during the day, feeling like this, absolutely not.
I don't wanna do this anymore. I don't wanna be the reason why.
I'm sick of this shit. Come here, TikTok. Come here, petty ass. Listen, United States government, move the hell out the way. Y'all really out here trying our patience. Yeah, I want the independent, the Republican Party, and the Democratic Party. Scoot your ass to the front. I got your ass by the neck right now. Do you understand me? Because I want y'all to know that we ain't playing no games. Since y'all don't want to fix this shit, and you keep seeing all of my damn TikToks going viral. So I know y'all sees my shit. This thing is getting heavy. Let me put y'all down real quick and get up in y'all face. Y'all know we talking to y'all. Y'all see the people in the comment section in agreement, all these duets, likes, and comments and share, and y'all still ain't gonna do shit about this motherfucking economy? I tell you what then. We fixing to go on strike starting September 1st. Ain't nobody fixing to go to damn work. Don't nobody show up to damn work.
They say don't panic, this is how life is. When I complained to one of my parents about being mistreated and bullied at work, I was told to just deal with it because that's just how life is. Everyone hates their job, everyone's gotta bite their tongue in order to keep their job. That's just a part of the package. When I complained about being depressed and crying in the bathroom stalls every day, I was told by people that that's just life, that's just how life is. When I was mistreated by a man that I was talking to in the past and I asked a woman figure for advice on what I should do, I was told that's just boys. Boys will be boys. That's just how life is. If you want to keep him, you're just gonna have to swallow your tongue and deal with it. After paying all my bills and being left with just pocket change, an adult laughed and said, "Girl, that's just life. That's just adulthood. You work, you pay bills, and that's it. You'll get used to it. That's just life." And I just don't think that's how life should be.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
They called me manic, a girl gone tragic. Usually the person that speaks up first is always seen as crazy. They are always painted as a problem for not accepting the BS that's normalized. And they create awareness to issues that actually do need to be solved, but aren't being prioritized, eventually leading to more people standing up and speaking up, so it's prioritized. Which reminds me of a story I read in college. Plato's allegory of the cave.
A group of prisoners have been confined in a cavern since birth with no knowledge of the outside world. They are chained facing a wall, unable to turn their heads, while a fire behind them gives off a faint light. Occasionally, people pass by the fire carrying figures of animals and other objects that cast shadows on the wall. The prisoners name and classify these illusions, believing they're perceiving actual entities. Suddenly, one prisoner is freed and brought outside for the first time. The sunlight hurts his eyes, and he finds the new environment disorienting. When told that the things around him are real, while the shadows were mere reflections, he cannot believe it. The shadows appeared much clearer to him, but gradually his eyes adjust until he can look at reflections in the water, at objects directly, and finally at the sun, whose light is the ultimate source of everything he has seen. The prisoner returns to the cave to share his discovery, but he is no longer used to the darkness and has a hard time seeing the shadows on the wall. The other prisoners think the journey has made him stupid and blind and violently resist any attempts to free them. Plato introduces this passage as an analogy of what it's like to be a philosopher trying to educate the public. Most people are not just comfortable in their ignorance, but hostile to anyone who points it out.
What do you do if your inner world is on fire? I feel like a really important step to take is to be honest with what's burning you inside and how to take that fire out. Recently, what's been burning me inside is the desire to share my music, which is what I'm doing now. Even though I feel like my voice is trash, I'm owning my rough draft, and I believe in the final draft, and I'm listening to my inner calling, even if it scares me shitless, because it does. Every time I do a video, I did not want to do this video. Literally every time I do a video and I'm singing, I just look back and I'm like, what did I do? Like, are you out of your mind? You have the power to change your life if you don't like something about it. It may take some time, some sacrifice, some risk, some pushback, overcoming some fears and limiting beliefs, but it can be done and you should definitely do it. If you're burning to do something, or if something is draining you to the point of you feeling like you're on fire, create a game plan to put out that fire. Don't just accept the burning because those around you are normalizing it. Normal does not equate to okay. 200 years ago, slavery was normal, and so was grown men marrying children. There was even a time where it was normal to burn and hang women that had any type of intuition or skill that was too advanced in the eyes of men. Normal has flaws. Normal does not have to equate to it being okay. Sometimes normal's wrong. Sometimes normal is killing you. What do you want to be your normal?
Maturing is realizing you don't want to be around drama, stress, or conflict anymore. You start choosing calm over chaos and distance over disrespect. You start prioritizing your peace, mental health, and happiness over everything.